Welcome. In this video, let's discuss about the Hoysala temple architecture. So this is one of the important topic from your arts and culture, which is again an integral part of your UPSC preparation. So temple architecture is one of the important components of art and architecture. You will study about the Nagara style, the Dravida style, and one of the again major important kind of temple style is Hoysala temple architecture, which is also called as Vesara at times. So these are the few things that you need to know. In this video we will discuss about the latest context, and then we will discuss about the salient features of this type of architecture. So recently a Hoysala era idol of goddess Kali of the Lakshmi Devi temple at Dodagaddivalli, Karnataka has been found damaged. So this is the context in which this news was highlighted. So Lakshmi Devi temple was built by the Hoysalas in the year 1114 CE during the rule of King Vishnuvardhana. So what you have to remember from here is that this temple was developed by the Hoysala, which means this temple will follow the architecture of Hoysala times. The temple does not stand on the Jagati or a platform, which is a feature which became popular in later Hoysala's temple. So this could be considered as one of the early temples of the Hoysala type of architecture. So later what happened, the Jagati feature or the platform, raised platform, was introduced in the Hoysala architecture. The temple is Chatusukta construction, which is like 4 shrine and a tower. So it has not single shrine but 4 shrines. The tower are in Kadamba Nagara style, so that is how the towers are built. So the temples, the towers are actually constructed in the Kadamba Nagara style. The mandapa is open and square, so that is the construction over there. The reason for the square plan is the presence of shrine on all 4 sides and the mandapa. So think about it, in a temple, if at 4 corner deities are present or the shrines are there, so the mandapa will be square shape. So that is why this whole type of architecture is present in the Lakshmi Devi temple. An archaeological survey of India monument, it is also among the monuments proposed for the UNESCO World Heritage Site. So just remember, right now it is not a World Heritage Site, but it is proposed, and now right now it is maintained by the Archaeological Survey of India. So these are the few details you need to know about the present context in which the Hoysala architecture came into picture. Now let's move forward and try to understand what are the features of Hoysala temple architecture. So it is a building style developed under the rule of the Hoysalas and is mostly concentrated in southern Karnataka. So the region where this kind of architecture you will find is actually the Karnataka and mostly the southern part of Karnataka. So that is where you will see this architecture. Hoysala temples are sometimes called hybrid or Vesara, as their unique style seem neither completely Dravida nor Nagara, not somewhere in between. So it's more along the line that this is considered as a hybrid kind of a architecture type, because it has few features of the Nagara style of temple architecture, which is very prominent in the northern India, and the Dravida style of temple architecture, which is the major architecture style in southern India. This particular architecture of Hoysala or Vesara type have features from both of them. So this is also called as hybrid at times. These are easily distinguishable from their medieval temples by their highly original star-like ground plan and a profusion or decorative carving. So they have something called as Panchatran. So they have Panchatran kind of a style, which is like a star shaped. So this is how the generally the temple are, the deities are actually located, and it has a star like Panchatran type of a pattern. So this is how this basically a distinguishable feature for the Hoysala temple architecture. Apart from that, they also have decorative carvings along the pillars, along the different walls. Temples, instead of consisting of a simple inner chamber with pillared hall, contains multiple shrines ground around a central pillared hall and laid out a shape of an intricately designed star. So this is how the generally the inside of a chamber of a Hoysala style of temple look like. The most characteristic feature of these temples is that they grow extremely complex with so many projecting angles emerging from the previously straightforward square temple. that the plan of these temples star look like a star and thus is known as stellate plan. So this is the name which has been given to the plan followed in the Hoysala temple architecture. So just remember, these are the few things you need to know. They have decorative carving, they have the star-like formation of plan, and over here the later Hoysala temples also have Jagati, or what could be considered as a platform. So these are the basic features you need to know about the Hoysala temple architecture. Now let's move forward and see where you can actually find this kind of architecture. So there is Hoysalaveshwara, or Lord of Hoysala's temple, which is located at Helibet. So this is one of the major site where you can see the Hoysala type of architecture at Helibet, and it is built with dash stone by the Hoysala king in 1150. Again, you don't have to remember that, just remember this type of architecture is found in the Hoysalaveshwara temple at Helibet. Then we also have Chinnakeshwar temple at Somnathpur, again Karnataka, and which was built by the Narasimha III. Not very important, remember where it is located. Then we have Keshava temple, which is located at Belur, Hassan district of Karnataka, built by Vishnuvardhana. So this is the same king who built the Lakshmi Devi temple also. So these are the few places you can see the construction of Hoysala ruler temples, and who will have the temples which will have the architectural style of the Hoysala. Now let's just quickly also understand what is the kingdom of Hoysala was. So during the 12th and 13th century, so this is the time during which the Hoysala actually ruled, Hoysalas of Karnataka grew to prominence in South India and became the most important patron centered at Mysore. So their center was located at Mysore. They ruled almost all present day of Karnataka. So they were the entire area which is now we call as Karnataka was once ruled by the Hoysala. Their capital was Belur, which later shifted to Halebedu. So that is why we actually see a lot of architecture of Hoysala kind in Belur as well as Halebed. The period was an important era for the growth of art and architecture and religion in South India. So Hoysalas are primarily considered as a patron of art, and they provided a lot of architectural masterpieces in the South India, which could be seen in the temples which are located in the Halebed. So these are the few things that you need to know about Hoysala. So they ruled over Karnataka. They generally, the time is from 12th to 13th century, and they were the patron of art and culture. These are the things you need to know. So I hope you have understood this video. If you have any doubt, feel free to drop a comment. Thank you.